Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. Steve Gronsky, are you out there? Tell me what day it is. He's probably the wrong person to ask, though, isn't he? Yeah, happy hump day. And I didn't realize it, but yesterday I saw some things posted on Facebook, but I didn't see them till late. And then I asked Alexa this morning, the all-knowing Alexa. I says, well, when is National Puppy Day? And of course, since I asked her this morning and it was yesterday, she says, well, it's March 23rd, 2022. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. Well, when was National Puppy Day for 2021? And it was yesterday. So I have to apologize to my little puppy, Jack, which he didn't know either. But every day is Puppy Day around here. So it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, let's see who we got hanging out with us this morning. Mr. Troy Pritchard says, happy hump day. Um, good morning, Troy. And also, I see some people have hit the thumbs up too. I appreciate that. You don't get many of those. I think people forget to do it, or they don't like it, one or the other. Paul Stewart's in the house. Good morning, Larry Galt. He says, good morning, sunshine. There's no sunshine here, but there will be in a little bit. We've had a rainy. Well, I can barely tell I got rain because the deck is wet and the driveway's wet and all, but we didn't get much rain. But yeah, it's supposed to clear up and be really pretty again by probably lunchtime. So Mike Reynolds is here. Good morning, sir. Cloudy and 58, he says. Um, Gary Hammett's here. Good morning, Gary. Bill Hoffman is in the house over on the Facebook. How you doing, Bill? Good to see you. Kevin Els, good morning to you. My buddy Jim Sanicola, good morning, Jim. Hope all is well in Michigan. Marcello Ballone, good morning. How are you? Mark Bixel, howdy, and good morning. I can't tell what that icon's supposed to be. Robert Rapine's here. How you doing? Good morning to you. Let's see here. My favorite solar man right there. How you doing, Ryan? Eddie Miller. How you doing? Good morning. Dave Clemens is in the house. And we've got Darren Birds also watching over there from Canada on the Facebooks. So, welcome everybody to the 296th coffee session. For those of you who are keeping track, and I don't know why you would be, but 296. Unless I've got out of sequence, but I don't think I have. But had a fantastic day yesterday. If y'all saw my Facebook post, I tried out my little Works leaf shredder. I had I don't know, 6 or 8 big piles of leaves that I kind of just raked up, and I just set the little leaf shredder thing right in the center of the garden plot and got my wheelbarrow. Of course, I don't know about how it works with you guys, but every time I go to use my wheelbarrow, the dadgum tire's flat on. So I pumped it up, got my little air compressor out, got it pumped up. I thought, all right, we're cooking with gas now. Started out around there, about the first load of leaves. I thought, man, something don't feel right. That tire, it must have a big hole in it or something because it was flat. But fortunately, as long as I was gentle and leaves aren't heavy, if I could keep it staying around, it still worked. So I managed to limp through, moving all the leaves from various places in the yard to the little leaf shredder. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with those little things. I had I try, usually when you watch a review on those, they always talk about how many bags of leaves they shred before they have to change the strings. And I can't do that because I didn't use bags. I just take wheelbarrow loads over there. But I know I must have made 20 or so trips, and I only changed the little string because it's like weed eater string is how it works. I only changed them one time. And super easy to change. It takes like 60 seconds probably to change both of them. So just really happy with that thing. As I am all my other little stuff, my little wood chipper shredder and my little tiller I got. Really, really happy with all those. Looks like we got Mr. Rick Morphew in the house. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Joining the coffee session, Rick. Bill Larson, affectionately known as Wild Bill Larson, here in the coffee sessions. Doc Whitaker, also they're also a bunch of Danvillians here that went to school with. Good to see you guys. Somebody probably needs to go check on Janet though, because I have not seen Janet in a while. I think. Hope she's doing okay. Because she frequents the coffee sessions, or used to anyway. But so what's going on with you guys? Anything exciting going on this week? I just like I said, other than working outside, filling around, I haven't got much to talk about really. Did cut my grass yesterday. That's pretty exciting stuff. Actually, it's more like cutting my weeds. There's more weeds out there probably than there is grass, but it's all green, so when you cut it, it still looks good. At least it does to me. So, but let's see. There's so much crazy stuff going on in the news. I don't even want to get started talking about any of that because, for one, it's depressing, and for two, I wouldn't even know where to start because it's just like it's one crisis after another, isn't it? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Bart says he moved his moss. Okay. Jim said he did yard cleanup, or maybe that's what he's going to do today. Darren said he's going to renovate the shop finally. What kind of renovations you going to make, Darren? Just organizational stuff or what? Clyde CNC's here this morning. How you doing, Clyde? Good to see you. Paul Stewart is asking, how many chickens do you have? I currently have 0. I had, when I had them before, I bought 6 from Tractor Supply. That was the minimum that they wanted you to buy. So I bought 6, put them in my little brooding thing, with the heat lamp and all that. And then once all 6 of them got big enough to put out into the thing, according to the local ordinance here, anything under 3 acres, you're not supposed to have more than 4. And they have to be hens. You're not allowed to have a rooster. I guess because people would complain about a rooster clucking in the morning or whatever. I like that sound, but that's just me. But anyhow, so when they got big enough to put into the thing, I asked my friend Melinda if she wanted. I said, I really only need about 3 because it's just me, and I'm just wanting for eggs. So she come over and we set a little thing down. I said, okay, we'll open up the door and whichever three of them walk in there, that's the three you get. So she took the other three and I ended up with three. Well, they eventually all, chickens don't last forever. They eventually all bit the dust, but I don't have any right now, but I have rebuilt my coop. In fact, built a new coop, built a new brooding box, to put the chicks in. I just haven't gone and got any yet, but I don't know how many I'll end up getting. Whatever, if I go to Tractor Supply and they say the minimum's 6 again or whatever, that's what I'll get. Um, let's see here. Diana Carpenter's in the house. Good morning to you. Well, Darren is building a mezzanine. Frame walls insulate an old building. Cool. Send us pictures once you get them. Larry says he burned all our limbs from the big freeze. Also been making my own lumber by resawing cedar logs. Oh, very cool. Darren says, I'm building it with the Gatton as a center point. That's the best way to do it, I'm telling you. Put the Gatton front and center. I see Troy's going to spend his stimmy, he says. Put some 220 power to my garage. There you go. And maybe a spindle or something. Or... Paul says he has 9 chickens. Awesome. That is awesome. Diana Carpenter says, this time you will have to name them the Chicks, not the Dixie Chicks. I'm probably not even going to bother naming them because, I named them other ones. What was it? Emily, whatever the Dixie Chicks names are. Emily and Natalie and something else. And I never could tell them apart. In fact, when the other 2 died and I had one left, I don't know which one it was. They all look like chickens to me. But, I won't bother naming them. How much do chickens cost? Well, they don't cost much to buy. It's after you get them. Now they're still. I mean, a lot of people think, well, you get chickens, and you get free eggs. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. They're not gonna lay no dang eggs unless you feed them, and you gotta have. If they get stressed, they won't lay. If there's any kind of stressful thing going on, like if a fox or some kind of predator comes around and scares them, like I had a snake get in mine one time. Got right in the nesting box, and they wouldn't go in there. And now they would still lay an egg occasionally, but for the most part they were stressed while that snake was in there. And I didn't even know he was in there for a few days. I kept going up, opening up that box, looking in there and going, well, why aren't they laying eggs? And then I noticed that they wouldn't even go in there to sleep at night. They would, I had a stick mounted up where they'd get up on a perch, and they would get up on that and sleep on that perch out in the fenced in part. And finally, when I realized there was a snake in there, I asked him real nice to leave, and he wouldn't. So I had to take some drastic measures to get him out of there. But that was exciting. Trying to get him out. But so they're worth it, Ryan. When you go to buy chickens, well, let's just see. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm not doing nothing anyway. Let me go to, I don't know if I'm clicking on the right thing or not without my glasses. All right, let's just put in, I'm at the Tractor Supply website, just so you can get an idea. Now this let's see here. I had white leggings. Here they are. 10 count. And I hope you don't have to buy a 10. It says a 10 count is $27.99 to $35.99. Now, I don't know why there's a range there. Well, they have a price range on all of them. But anyway, they have all kinds. Let's see, options here. Oh, okay. I guess it's because depending on, you can select a sex. You can get them unsexed, or you can say you want all females, which in my case, I would want all females. So let's just see what they would be. $35.99 for 10. So they're $360 a piece, basically. And again, I had white leggings before. I know they are an egg laying machine, and that's what I want. So a lot of people like to get, a bunch of different kind of chickens because some of them are different colors and pretty, and they lay the brown eggs. I don't care. I just want eggs. And the white leghorn, you can't hardly beat them. Okay, let's see here. Bill Lesson says he is testing a new PA system to amplify his music. Okay. Hey, Marsha Klossman's here. Marsha Klossman King. Good to see you, Marsha. Another Danvillian. Is that how you would say it? Danville people. That sounds kind of weird, doesn't it, Danvillian? Paul says, we have colored bands for their legs so we can tell them apart. Yeah. I don't care which one's which. As long as they're in there laying eggs, that's all I care about. But yeah, I'll be getting them. I might even go get them this weekend. I don't know. What is this weekend? Yeah, it's still the end of March. I was going to wait until after April for, it doesn't really matter. I guess I'd go down there, and if they got them, I'll get them. Marcia says, yes, that's how I say it. Well, it's got to be right then if that's how you do it. Danvillians. All right. Sounds good to me. Yeah, getting back to the chicken thing, Ryan, it's, especially when you start out and you've got nothing, and you've never had them before or anything, and all of a sudden you go, I think I'm going to get some backyard chickens. Well, then it starts getting expensive. The baby chicks, that's the least expensive thing. But, you got to have some kind of coop. In my case, there's hawks and foxes and raccoons and all kinds of predators. So when I built my, what you call it, it's like a little run thing. It's not movable. It's a stationary thing. And then the coop is on the outside of it and it just butts up to it. But it's got hardware cloth, the wire hardware cloth, and it's got it on top too. And then I've also got some of that metal tin corrugated stuff to keep them out of the rain too. So, had to build all that. And, then you got to start buying bags of the shavings and stuff to put in there so they can get all nice and cozy to do their, you got to keep them comfortable, they won't lay no eggs. And then of course you got the feed, and you gotta buy something, make sure they water, and they're messy, so they'll get in, they'll poop in their water and stuff. But of course I rigged up a thing that I saw from YouTube videos. That's where I get all my ideas from, pretty much. But I took I think it was 4-inch PVC, and I've just got a pipe that comes through the wall of the hardware cloth and then comes straight up 3 or 4 feet, and then it's got a cap on it. And then when it comes down, goes through the wall, and then and it just has a 90-degree thing, and it's got another cap on that pipe, and then you have these little let's see, what do you call them? Somebody help me. Paul, you probably know if you got chickens. Uh, it's a little watering nipple type thing. It's like a little metal thing, and when they go over there and peck at it, the water comes out, and that's how they get a drink. So you can do that, and then that way you can fill that PVC pipe up with water. And I did kind of the same thing with their food, with their layer pellets and stuff. I had a thing where I could fill that up, and then I could go be gone for 2 or 3 days, and they wouldn't run out of feed and water. But I decided that when I do it this year, I will not use that feeding. So I'll use the water thing because it's okay, but I'm not going to have the feed out there, because what would happen is you fill it up, and then when they eat out of it, of course, some more drops down. So there's always food laying right there. And if you're not careful, you can get rats and other rodent creatures digging their way in to eat that stuff. So I had a bunch of rats show up last time, and then I had to stop doing that and then let the neighborhood cats catch up with the rat population, which thankfully they did. They took care of that, but well, yeah. But chickens are a lot of fun. It's and there's nothing, if you like eggs, if you're like me and you like eggs, there's nothing better than just walking down your little coop, raising that thing up and getting some eggs and washing the poop off of them and eat them. They're delicious. Or you can leave poop on them if you want, but I usually wash it off. Let's see here. Am I missing? Okay, Paul says you can get them through the mail. Also, choose your breed and sex too. Yeah. That's. I mentioned that the other day. I think the good old USPS is the only carrier service that will transport chickens, baby chicks. UPS and FedEx and all those others will not. And that's probably a good thing. But the way they lose packages and stuff. Let's see, Bob Sims is here. How you doing, Bob? Hi, everyone. Late? No, that's okay. You drag in here whenever you want, Don't really matter. Eddie Miller says, yeah, like they have on a drill. Yeah, it's very similar. I think they call them, let me look. I think they call them nipples, or it doesn't sound right for some reason. Chicken water nipples. Yeah, that's what they are called. But I have I think I've got like 3 or 4 of them, and they're just little plastic things. The part that the chickens peck at is metal. But here's a pack of 4 for like $7. And I just drilled a hole in the PVC and then tapped it, and then put some Teflon tape around it and screwed them in, and it worked fine. And what's funny is the chickens, all you have to do, because they're real curious anyway. With mine, I just took a stick. I couldn't get in there and do it because leghorns are flighty. So when you get in there with them, they don't come right up to you. Normally they try to stay away from you. But anyway, so I took a stick from the outside of the pen and reached through the hardware cloth. And one of them was looking, they're looking at the end of that stick, like, what's he got on that stick? And I just took it and bumped that little metal thing that hangs down up out of that nipple. And then when they saw the water come out of it, they're like, oh, that's what that is. And that's all you got to do is show them one time. And chickens they're kind of smart, really, to be so dumb, I guess I should say. But yeah, I might go ahead and get my chickens this weekend, because I'm all ready for them. I got the coop thing all built, redone. It's super heavy duty, and got the box and the brooding lamp. which that's the other thing. You got to, when you get them, they're usually just a day or two old. And, that first few days is make or break for them. So you got to keep them warm. They're supposed to be about 95 degrees. So you get that little heat lamp, you put it over in the corner of your brooding box or cage or whatever it is you're using. And they'll all huddle up right under that thing to stay warm. But then as they get older, you don't even have to move the lamp. You can leave it right there, and they'll just move farther away from it. As long as you give them room to get away from it, where they don't get too hot, because you don't want to overheat them either. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. Get you some, Ryan. You got plenty of room out there at your place. Put them out there. Make you a little spot out there around your pole barn or something. Just make sure they can't get to your golf cart and your, what is that other thing you got, Zealy or whatever, because they'll poop all over it. If they're allowed to where they can hop up on it. That is one bad thing about chickens. Boy, they poop everywhere. Well, it's great if you're doing a garden now. You get great fertilizer. So, pros and cons to everything, I guess. Let's see. Michael says, make sure they have to travel a decent distance between water and food, especially if they're for meat, as that builds up the tasty, tasty dark meat. Okay. I never raised mine for meat chickens. They were strictly egg machines is what I was going after. So let's see here. Dave Clemens going to head out. All right. Have a good hump day there, Dave. Diana Carpenter says they're so cute when they are babies. Yeah, but they get ugly really fast. And I'm not trying to hit on, dish on chickens, but the baby chicks are really cute because they're all fuzzy and stuff, and they cheep. They're really cute. But man, in just a few days, like they go through a real ugly phase because, I don't know how to describe it. They're just ugly. But then once they get to be a regular chicken, it's all good then. They look okay. All right, Troy's got to go. My timer's going to go off in about 7 seconds here, so I'm going to get out of here too. Got laundry going today. I'm way past time. I usually do laundry on the weekends, and here it is Wednesdays. I missed last weekend, so when you start running out of clothes, you got to do laundry. So, yeah, that's a good idea, Clyde. Tell them to hit the thumbs up on the way out. We got 7 over there, and we got 28 people watching. Well, 18 on YouTube, I guess. A Facebook thumbs up doesn't really amount to nothing. So, all right, bye, Diana. See ya. Have another awesome day out there while you're on your vacation. All right, my timer went off. We've covered the chicken stuff, I guess. So I'm going to get out here. Sounds like my washing machine stopped, so it's time to throw the load in the dryer and figure out what else I'm going to be doing today. So y'all have a good one, and if you're not doing nothing tomorrow, meet me right back here for another edition of the Coffee Sessions. See y'all.